Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kodash, and also double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day, that's continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and also Shalom to the whole elect that's continually plowing in His work and giving diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, truth, and sincerity, and also in all charity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled "The Guidebook to Avoid Punishment." And this is what we've been given to avoid the judgment of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, which that judgment, which I'm speaking about, is the judgment that is to come upon this place, America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Okay, which that judgment is going to come by way of the Heavenly Father, whose name is in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh, and also in the name of His Son, which His name in the ancient Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. That's how judgment is going to come down this place, America, because one of the reasons why this place, America, has to be destroyed, and it does needs be destroyed, is because of this particular day. Right now, today is Mother's Day, man. And this is one of the vibrations that's used, especially this feminine vibration that's pushed out here on the soils of America. And among other vibrations, you got vibrations of abominable foods, basically the abominations of strange flesh, homosexuality, transgenderism, all these things. These are the reasons why America has to be destroyed, man. There's no other way. Okay, there's no hope for this place, America, man, and it shouldn't be, and rightfully so, because this place is the land of our captivity. This place was used to torment the men of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, the men of Israel. All right, this place is not for our vacation. This place, we weren't sent here on cruise ships, man. We was brought here on cargo slave ships to serve punishment, right? To serve our captivity. This is the reason why we're here. And ever since then, the so-called white man, which is true biblical nationality, is Edom. Ever since then, he has put harsh hell on our people, mentally, physically, and spiritually, man, on all levels. He's continually oppressed our people, and the blood of our people, Israel, has been shed here on the soils of America. Esau has to answer that, man. All right. But you have the ones that are of our nation that's in tune with Esau, man. Basically, they're 2/3 of our people are joining hand in hand with these devils. All right. Even though they did all manner of wickedness to you, they spit in your face, they lynched you. All right. They call you bywords, call you niggas, spicks, wetbacks. Even calling the Gadites and the Reubenites savages. Well, that's where you get the word Indian from. So they call you all these bywords, and they put you in a messed up condition, in a lower state. They did all these things to you, but yet here it is. You got our people want to be buddy with these Edomites, and that's why the Lord has reserved punishment for 2/3 of our people. Okay, but once again, going into the topic. This is the guidebook that we've been given to avoid the judgment that's to come upon the soil of America, and that comes with famine, that comes with plagues, which those plagues are coming in full effect right now, man. Things have been happening left and right. Pestilences, famines, earthquakes in diverse places, wars and rumors of wars, pursuant to Matthew's 24th chapter. Those things have been coming to pass day in and day out. All right, so those plagues are coming in full effect, and the only way to avoid these things is to take heed to the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. That's the only way, man. It's either yay or nay. It's whether you're with the Lord or you're not with the Lord. It's whether you're with Him or against Him. It's whether you gather with Him or you're scattering. All right, there's no in between with the Lord, man. That's why the Lord spoke about being lukewarm. It says whether you're hot or cold. So if you're lukewarm, he's going to spew you out of his mouth. All right. It'd be better if you were hot or cold, like the scriptures say. If you were cold, it would have been better that, to the ones that are lukewarm, it said it would have been better if you were just cold. All right. Riding the fence. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the precepts, man. I'm not going to make this video too long-winded. No, I'm known for doing that. It's like arguing. Let me get straight to the point. This is 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. And the 19th verse says, and he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the highest. And that's right. And what scripture say? Lean not into your own understanding. Because if you lean into your own understanding, you would think that America is the place to be. You think there's nothing wrong with homosexuality. You would think that there'd be nothing wrong with eating shrimp or pork or having a woman rule over you. You have the woman on the same level as you are, all right, or above you. If you have ones that lean onto their own understanding, that's what comes out of leaning onto your own understanding. Those things which are just listed. But there's no judge above the Most High, and there's none that's above his understanding, like I'm reading right now. So if that's the case, especially with these Christians, man, which they're the worst, all right, they number among the top list of hypocrites on the planet Earth, along with the Edomites, all right. But in Christianity supports this. They support this idea of America, the American idea and ideologies, man, and it's been incorporated in the church. That's why they've been losing members, because we've been speaking on this topic, or these few topics concerning the Bible, and we're causing these Christians to go and read the Bible, and they're losing members. And the Lord is the one that's doing that. He's using us, his men, to push out his vibration, man. All right, which is the righteous vibration according to the Bible, man. All right, this is how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, by these words. All right, that's how we live our lives, man. Anything outside of it is death. And that's just straight up. Okay, verse 20, it says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. And that's right. So that's many that perish in this life, in this generation, right? Especially the time that we're coming into right now, where it's going to be mass death on a high scale. Everywhere you look is going to be death, because this place, America, is known as the valley of the shadow of death. All right. David spoke concerning this place in the Psalms. Okay. It says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. Right. These words which I'm reading out of, this book which I'm reading out of right now, is known as the Book of the Law, and which, by the way, the Apocrypha is a part of that, man. All right. 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. Okay. This is known as the Book of the Law. If you go read Joshua, the 1st chapter, I believe it's 8th verse, it says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. All right. Go read Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse, says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All they that come to it shall, you know what? I'm not even going to quote it. Let me go ahead and grab it. I'm going to come back to this. All right, it's the book of Baruch. Yeah, 4th chapter and the 1st verse. All right. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. See? So these are the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever. So all them that come to it shall come to life. You're gonna survive this coming horror that's on the horizon for America. But on top of that, you receive benefits out of it, man. You not only get delivered out of this hellhole America, but just enduring all these things and staying true to Yahweh Shemion Shai, that lands you in the position of being a part of the elect. All right. See, people don't understand that when we try to tell them their nationality, and we try to bring this gospel to our people, Israel, in which the gospel is only meant for our people, Israel. which consists of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we bring this to them and tell them, look, there's benefits when coming into the good graces of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But they're not going to come into it because they have their own ideas, they have their own agendas, and their mind has been seared with, their conscience in their mind has been seared with a hot iron. And that's like a brand, right? When you brand something like kettle, you can't remove that brand. All right. Once you brand something with hot iron, there's no removing it, man. You can't remove that. There's no technology in the world that can remove that. All right. It's there forever. So their conscience and their mind's been seared with a hot iron, to where they can't understand this word. They can't understand its gospel. Okay. Verse 2, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, and thou mayest be illuminated. Right. And illuminated, hey, we're the Illuminati on the right-hand side. All right. We are the enlightened ones through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai on the right-hand side. Because see, you got an elect on the right-hand side of the Most High, and then you got an elect on the left-hand side of the Most High, because the Lord deals with balance. The Lord created light and He created darkness, pursuant to Isaiah the 45th chapter. All right. So the elect on the left-hand side is the elites, the so-called elites of Esau, the so-called white man, which is the international banking families. All right. So the Lord has an elite or an elect on the left-hand side, and He has an elite and an elect on the right-hand side. And the right-hand side are potentially us, the men of great millstone. All right. The reason why I say potentially is because we're not out of here just yet, man. All right. We have to endure to the very end, so that our positions are sealed, man. You know, our calling and election is sure as long as we endure, like pursuant to the book of Matthew. All right. Not the book of Matthew, but the book of 2 Peter, where it says, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. All right. Now going back to 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter. Go all the way down. Right back at verse 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. For the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. All right. And that's what the people have forgotten. They've forgotten that the Lord is a Lord of judgment and mercy. All right. Because the Lord has given us straight commandment what we should do to live, like it says right here, and what to observe to avoid punishment. Because when it comes to the law, statutes, commandments, if you break them, there's a punishment behind that, man. There's always a punishment behind what you do. There's always a result of what you do. Like it says in the book of Galatians, right? It says, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So if you sow within this word, under the vibration of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you're gonna reap the benefits of it, man. You're gonna reap righteousness. You're gonna reap the rewards. But if you sow in wickedness, if you sow things that are not according to this word, not according to the Bible, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or should I say the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and you align yourself with Babylon and everything that's backwards here in the society, guess what? You're gonna reap wickedness, man. You're gonna reap evils. You're gonna reap destruction. You're gonna reap death. All right. Now I want to grab a few more precepts. I'm gonna close it on out. This is the book of Psalms, the 119th chapter, and this is the 77th verse. It says, let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. And that's right, man. And this is from King David. It said, thy mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. And the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is our delight. This book, like I mentioned before, in the book of Baruch, the 4th chapter and the 1st verse, that this book is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endure forever. So this whole book is comprised of laws and instructions on what to do. All right, how to conduct yourself. That's what we're following after. So once you go into this word and you immerse yourself in it, then guess what? You're gonna find it to be your delight. Like it says right here, it says, "For thy law is my delight." All right, so that we can receive the tender mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, this is at verse 116. It says, "Uphold me according unto thy word." By what word? The word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So that's how we're upheld. Okay, this is how we are held accountable. Remember, I read in 2nd Esdras where it said there's no judge above the Most High, and there's nothing that's over his understanding. Okay, so we are being upheld according to the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, so that what? So that we can live. All right. So I'm gonna read again. So it said, "Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope." All right. Now skip down. I'm gonna grab this last precept, the book of Amos, the 5th chapter, and the 14th verse. It says, "Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of hosts, shall be with you, as ye have spoken." All right. So it says, seek the good and not evil, that ye may live. All right. All these are to avoid punishment and to receive life. And guess what? That's going to be everlasting life. Okay. Verse 15, "Hate the evil and love the good, and what? Establish judgment in the gate." All right. And are we not doing that? We're establishing judgment in the gate. We're telling you what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to do unto this place and the people that are wicked. All right. The people that are off. All right. It says, "It may be that the Lord power of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph." That's right, man. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video on this lesson. In the Lord's will, this was edifying to the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, to the members of the hopefully elect. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Recha Kodash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day continually rule very well. Shalom, peace and safety, salutations to the hopefully elect that's continually laboring this work, giving diligence to make your call and election sure. And with that,